If you have your Bibles with you, it would be helpful to have it open at Hebrews chapter 4. And this chapter, sounds obvious, but perhaps needs saying, follows on from Hebrews chapter 3. So what the author of Hebrews has been saying in chapter 3 is very relevant to what he says in chapter 4. And if you were to summarize what Hebrews chapter 3 and chapter 4 were about, you could say that it's basically an extended sermon of Psalm 95. Hebrews takes Psalm 95 and he essentially preaches a sermon on it, explaining its application to the people he was writing to, and by extension, us today. So I just wanted to start by reading some of the relevant verses from Psalm 95, because that will help us to understand what is meant in Hebrews chapter 4. So I'm just going to read from Psalm 95, verses 7 to 11. And it's a psalm of David, written many thousands of years ago, and even thousands of years before Hebrews was written, or about 1,000 years before Hebrews was written. So it's Psalm 95, verses 7 to 11. He is our God, and we are the people of his pasture and the sheep of his hand. Today, if you will hear his voice, harden not your heart, as in the provocation, and as in the day of temptation in the wilderness, when your fathers tempted me, proved me, and saw my work. 40 years long was I grieved with this generation, and said, it is a people that do err in their hearts, and they have not known my